Hey, you guys, and welcome to the Steele Wars Hyperchat. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of Feb, and the light is really soft on me today. What is going on with that? How's everyone going today? We had yesterday off due to child sniffles, but everything's on track. He's back to full strength. And after having something wedged very high up into his nostrils, COVID-free. So that is good. Sam says, I like the soft light. Now listen, there's one thing I've learned is to take that as an insult. You can't see me as well. I know what you're saying there. I know what you're saying. We are going to be talking about today, as I page around all these, I've got to delete some frames, that George Lucas, no, he's not writing Andor. We'll watch a new High Republic video, which is I'm pretty excited about. I've been enjoying these videos. And then a fun little tale about Tom Holland, how he blew his Finn audition. But we know YouTube loves scoops. We know it. We can sniff it. And when we think of scoops, we think of Corey Van Dyke, who just dropped this little tweet on the internet that he can't wait until he sees Bo again in the Bad Batch. And as Nick Hall below tweets back to him, if you're not watching this on the video, we've got the tweet up. This better be a scoop. Damn straight. I'm liking that one. I am liking that one. But it does remind me, Bo-Katan is old. Like when we see her again in The Mandalorian, she's older than Han Solo was in Return of the Jedi. Because she was like getting amongst it in the Clone Wars, and Han was just a little boy. I'm just running through all this in my head, the different timelines. But she's, like when we see her in The Mandalorian, she's older than Han Solo plus a couple of years. Man, those Mandalorians age very, very well. Very well. That is not an actual complaint. I don't care. But it's humorous to think about. I don't mind the soft light, but how it's like half over my face is just unbearable. For me, anyway. Or maybe it's this side. Wait there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's just my mood today. It probably is, actually. Wait, Leidra says Mando isn't 30 years after Andor. No, I said 3. I said 3. 3. And then Leidra says, I mean, she is older than Han is, but she's not that old yet. No, I'm talking about Return of the Jedi. Like, if you put Harrison Ford at Return of the Jedi age against Katie Sackhoff, he just seems way older. But, you know. All right, this is the sort of thing. Ian says she'd be in her 50s. So that's what I mean. She's looking good. Homdam asks, Steele, where can you buy this t-shirt? Hey, listen, that's the type of hyperchat feedback we want, because you can go check it all out at belowthecollar.com/Steele Wars. And the link is below in the little YouTube deal, but we'll talk about that later on. Also, in Corey Scoops, let's go to this window, and re-reported by Forbes is that Kessel Run Transmissions reported that Mina Masood, who was Aladdin in Aladdin, has been cast as the live-action Ezra in the Ahsoka series. So is interesting. He played Aladdin, and he said post Aladdin he was surprised with the lack of opportunities that he got, despite appearing in a hit film. He's signed on to play Space Aladdin after achieving fame as Aladdin. So it's cool that it's and of course that fits in with the timeline, a much older appearing Ezra. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. And at what point in the Ahsoka series do they come into contact with Aladdin? Other sources that Forbes talked to said he's the front runner, but nothing has been set in stone yet. Let's see. Could it be another scoop along with his Bo-Katan bombshell? Is it a bombshell? I don't know, but it seems pretty cool. Now, this is a non-news thing. If I can get rid of this Google ad. But this is all around the place at the moment. Maybe I'll do application window. That will be better for this. This comes from looper.com, and I only mention it so you guys know. Not a great source, but George Lucas' possible involvement in the Andor Disney series. Now, this has come up before, and it's back again because George Lucas has appeared in the IMDb credits for Andor as a writer on 2 episodes, and we'll look at that in a second. But as the Looper.com report says, these rumors came up early and were debunked by former ABC's news correspondent Clayton Sandell, friend of ours, and he tweeted, February of last year, fact check, no, George Lucas is not returning to write, produce, direct the Cassian Andor series for Disney+. Yes, I'm embarrassed to say I checked into this and bothered actual sources. This has been Friday's edition of Debunking Ridiculous Star Wars Clickbait Rumors As You Were. But it's on IMDb, I hear you maybe say. Ed Atlan says, Looper, bad source, great movie. Agreed. I thought Looper was pretty damn cool. Definitely one of the films that I was like, had seen of Rian Johnson. So I'm like, oh, the Looper guy. It's going to be great. And I was, in my opinion, correct. But let's go to this. IMDb. And George Lucas is credited as writing 2 episodes. Now, quite often, these false IMDb listings come up, and it's said that anyone can edit IMDb. And I've said that. Anyone can edit IMDb. But today, after seeing this, I was like, can anyone edit IMDb? So, what I did was I logged on as an IMDb editor and did some submissions myself. And I am happy to report it's pending processing. It should be done by tomorrow, they say. But returning, very surprisingly, to the Star Wars universe, pending approval on IMDb, Jake Carnival is coming back in Andor as a very, very young Toro Calican. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm just going to refresh. No, it hasn't come up. They might not approve it. But I'm gonna like it if they do. We will see. But I logged on through my Facebook account. You could just you didn't even have to fill anything out, and I'm submitting changes to things. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Mary Reed says, "Oh no, lol." Sam says, "I can't wait till Toro in Andor gets scooped by Kessel Run Transmissions." Elijah Neal says, "I want to see legitimate news sites pick up this Toro story." Hey, you're spelling Toro incorrectly, Elijah. I don't know. I don't mind it when you misspell my name, but Toro, come on. One up. Lidra, lol, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let us see. Whoops. I refreshed the wrong page. I refreshed the wrong red page there. And yep, 0 days without a technical incident. Elijah Neal is very upset. Wait a minute. I've been spelling Toro wrong this whole time. I've dishonored. You spelled Toro wrong again. Anyway, I'll go on this page now and refresh it and see if we've got the no Toro reference yet. It's coming. But I did see this, right? Application. So, series cast, right? Diego Luna credited as Cassian Andor, Genevieve O'Reilly credited as Mon Mothma, and then there's this other character, Docker, is being played by Tony McCarthy. He's the only character with a credit, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, Docker. And then Tony McCarthy, I was like, oh, it's weird he doesn't have an IMDb picture up yet. So I clicked on his, and he is an actor with 8 credits. And it's pretty rad because he's obviously submitting them himself because he's in Grange Hill. He was in Football Crowd. Bulletproof, he played Fight Crowd, uncredited. In Cursed, he played Villager, uncredited. Black Widow, he played Prisoner, uncredited. Cruella, which is that new Emma Stone, 101 Dalmatians film. Butters Gang Inmate, no telling if it's credited or uncredited. In Intergalactic, he played Shady Casino. He's in The Batman as an anarchist, uncredited. But it's just funny to see this dude. I know a few TV or movie extras that are super into getting stuff listed on IMDb. So, one of those shows was in the 90s. So he's making a comeback. That's cool. It's very cool. All right, let's go to... there's a debate in the chat about how you spell Toro. Johnny G, nice, just joined, 0 days. Damn it. All right. It's not easy. It is, but I'm just useless at it, obviously. Or something. I don't know. All right. There is a new High Republic character video on StarWars.com, YouTube, and Twitter about Marchienne Ro. So I know Mary Reed said in the chat before that she was reading the High Republic Light of the Jedi right now. So hopefully this adds to her experience. Let's check it out. These are the little minute and a bit profiles that they've been doing, which honestly just make me salivate for High Republic animation. Let's go.
Centuries before the rise of the Empire, prosperity, pioneering, and adventure marked the era of the High Republic. Marchion Rogue is an unpredictable, high-ranking member of the Nile, a chaotic group of raiders who oppose the Republic and the Jedi and thrive on dominating worlds in the far reaches of the galaxy. Roe's intelligence is his greatest weapon. His forethought and skill at ensnaring his prey is admirable, unless you're his quarry. As the Republic encroaches on the Nile's territory, Marchion's dangerous advantage comes from his secret hyperspace routes known as the Paths. The Paths allow the Nile to jump through their territory at will and outmaneuver the Republic. The Nile's lawless operation threatens the Republic's hard work for peace. As they continue to expand into the fringes where these raiders operate, they'll find themselves in dangers they never could have imagined.
Well, there you go. Pretty damn cool. Hey, so I'm wondering this, right? Is it faux pas? Is it bad form for a corporate YouTube channel or whatever to monitor the comments? Like, the comments on that video, it's just like, oh, like I just checked out the first few and they're campaigningly negative. They went there to write something negative, not related to the video. Why don't they monitor the comments? Like, you can approve the comments. And I know that's a lot of work because I'm sure there's a lot of comments, but it just seems like it'd be better for your brand if, like, for me, the happy fan, it's too much of a vibe check. Yeah, a vibe check to like check out the comments, and like if it was like free of those comments, I might just see theories, what people are liking, and like be a Star Wars fan. But why do they let them go like that? I know, and even I've talked about it before, but on when they have the live streams, it's like, don't have the chat. Nothing's going to be achieved there. Ugh. Yeah, Leidra says, I'm honestly surprised they let the comments be posted. Yeah, well, on mine, because I just I'm not up for just outrageous, it's just political debate, but Star Wars branded on my comments. So I approve each one. There's a few people that theirs go straight through because they post all the time and I know what they're about. But and I don't get that many comments, so it's not that big a deal. Or on that Luke Skywalker one, I got many. And yeah, I had to filter so many out because it was just like, well, that's a bummer. It's just weird that they I don't know, do they not know they can do it? It's even like blocking people on Twitter, it seems like they don't do that. And I know they don't do it because I've never seen anyone complain about it. So maybe that's not why they don't. But even like on tweets and stuff, like the replies are such bummers. Maybe they shouldn't just have replies. You can still quote tweet it. I don't know. Leidra says, like Nintendo and some other game companies, they have videos where you can't even post a comment at all. Yeah. Billy Davis says, if into the comment section you go, only pain will you find. I try to make that not the case. on my deal. I'm up for disagreements and stuff, like just normal everyday Star Wars opinions. But, there's people that come in that just are there to. Anyway, let's talk about something fun before we go. And that is Tom Holland, Spider-Man, as he's known, not getting the role of Finn. This is on backstage.com, all about hanging out backstage. And there's a funny little story here. Do you have an audition horror story that you can share with us? I've had quite a few. I've read the wrong lines at the wrong audition before. That's pretty good. As someone that's done auditions, just remembering any lines is well done. I remember auditioning for Star Wars. I was like 4 or 5 auditions in, and I think I was auditioning for John Boyega's role. I remember doing this scene because they wouldn't have had like actual pages from the script. It would have been a gisty role, like a gisty scene. Do you know what I mean? I remember doing this scene with this lady. So auditioning for John Boyega's role, he thinks. I remember doing this scene with this lady, bless her, and she was just a drone. So I was doing all of this, we've got to get back to the ship. And she was going, bleep, bloop, bloop, bleep, bloop. I just couldn't stop laughing. I found it so funny. And I felt really bad because she was trying really hard to be a convincing android or drone or whatever they're called. Yeah, I obviously didn't get the part. That wasn't my best moment. So lovely fun. Lucas Daly said, did he reveal spoilers? Standard Tom Holland. Well, we revealed he's not in the film. So I'm sure that's a spoiler to some. Hey, as I mentioned before, there is a place to get my t-shirt at, and that is at belowthecollar.com/Steele Wars. They handle all the new prints that we do, and you can see them all up there, including the one that Homie liked, which was the My War Black Flag tribute t-shirt. So if you need some new tees, plenty of different fits, and the printing is super good. So it's been washed many times. That's all I'm saying. Why am I'm sort of lower in my seat today? It's very strange. We'll fix that for tomorrow. So anyway, also check out 20 years of Star Wars podcasting. My interview I did with Star Wars Undirect, 2 new friends of mine that I've been listening to for a long time. Why is that not playing? But there's a full interview up on YouTube and on the podcast with those guys. And the response to going back to the interview episodes has been super good. So check that out on YouTube or wherever podcasts are downloaded. There is finally some screens on there. Falling apart, you guys. Clearly, this podcast has gone on
long enough.
So we'll be back tomorrow. I'll appear taller in my seat and better lit from both sides. Maybe not. But may that force be with you. Oh, algorithm. Come on. Show me. Oh my God, have you heard? Toro is in Andor.